December 10th, to face the winner of the Ladies Championship match here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Unified Wrestling Oklahoma presents the Cranberry Clash, the second ever Cranberry Clash here live at the VFW Post 9265 in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I am the Velvet Voice Walker Stewart, joined as always by Diamond Jim James Southern. And James, we have a bombastic night of action ahead of us. We are starting it off hot and heavy tonight with the women's ladder match. An opportunity for the #1 contendership for the UWO Ladies Championship is on the line.
And Stormy Renee, a woman who came so close to capturing the UWO Ladies Championship, is looking to become the first ever #1 contender for that title. But she's got to take on two other phenomenal competitors, one of which is the Queen of Crows, Morgan Le Vay, Walker.
James, talk to me a little bit about who we see in front of us. I've seen Morgan Le Vay a multitude of times here in Unified Wrestling Oklahoma, but there's a different side to the Queen of Crows here tonight.
A persistency is what you could define her run here in UWO. She hasn't achieved her greatest success yet, but she shows up every time. She puts in the hard work, and more importantly, she's willing to do whatever it takes to win, and that's what you need if you want to become the UWO Ladies Champion.
And that's a fantastic point there, James. The introduction of the UWO Ladies Championship has fueled a fire under this division, and that is being seen here tonight in the form of a women's ladder match, the very first triple threat ladders match to happen in the history of Unified Wrestling Oklahoma. And our third competitor in that matchup, Luna Nightshade, is joining the fray, James.
Luna Nightshade, she has taken on Nova Phoenix a couple of times, even gotten the better of Nova Phoenix a couple of times, so she's got to be a favorite going into this one. But she is one of the smaller competitors in this match, so she's got to watch. What she got here, Walker?
Is that a Louisville Slugger, James?
Morgan Le Vay getting the bat out of the way. Good job. No reason to bring that bat into play.
Hey, don't say that about Luna Nightshade.
Oh, look, we got a friendship budding here between these two.
Well, we've seen the relationship between Stormy Renee and Luna Nightshade before. I want to take you back to October 8th, ladies and gentlemen, where those two women took it one-on-one in the opening contest of the championship tournament for the UWO Ladies title.
What a contest that was. And Luna Nightshade trying to reach the contract here from the ring. Well, it's a ladder match. You're going to have to get out of the ring, grab a ladder, and go up and climb the contract. I don't think you're going to be able to reach it from the ring.
Well, I think our competitors are testing their luck here tonight. Morgan Le Vay.
Press your luck. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
Not able to make the reads there. There's a reason they call this a ladder match, ladies and gentlemen. And Stormy Renee almost has the grasp on it, but
No. We gotta fight. Come on. Let's stop messing around. I don't think they're just too little period because they're gonna win.
folks, combustible elements all throughout this matchup here. All three of these women have faced off against Nova Phoenix in one form or fashion in the past year. Now we're seeing a different side to Nova Phoenix as of recent, a fire lit underneath her as she became the UWO Ladies Champion back in October. How do you think that these three women have to re-strategize, have to re-game plan for a future opponent such as Nova Phoenix?
You don't have to worry about Nova Phoenix tonight, Walker. You've got to worry about the ladder match at hand. You've got to get out of that ring, grab a ladder, and climb up and get that contract.
As Morgan Le Vay is poured unceremoniously to ringside, the ring is shared between two people who seem to be quite fond of each other as of recent, in Luna Nightshade and Stormy Renee.
If I were Morgan Le Vay, I'd take advantage of this fondness and grab a ladder and get up and snatch that contract while these two are busy with each other.
One would feel that is the intelligent thing to do. Stormy Renee, though, avalanche splash in the corner. Irish whip to Luna Nightshade. What an impact from that one, James.
Huge body splash and an uppercut to follow it up. Now a forearm to the chest. Luna Nightshade feeling all of Stormy Renee's power.
Out of the corner. Drop kick right to the chin, and you see the way that affected Luna Nightshade. She could be on Dream Street at this point. Morgan LeVay being the first competitor in this matchup to introduce a ladder, James.
Smart strategy here from Morgan LeVay, activating the ladder into this contest, and now being introduced to the ladder by Stormy Renee.
Introductions all around here tonight as this entire matchup is spilled to the ringside area.
Steel, aluminum, Stormy Renee's introducing Luna Nightshade to the whole periodic table.
Luna Nightshade brawling on the outside, almost playing pinball in a sense between these two. Back inside the ring now is this matchup. Irish whip off the ropes for Luna Nightshade. Clothesline flattening Morgan LeVay. And a second one. Luna Nightshade is on fire here tonight, James.
Nightshade feeling it, going for the arm drag, digging deep down there. Stormy Renee now with a ladder.
Stormy Renee has the ladder. This is her opportunity at the #1 contendership. She may go on to face Nova Phoenix on December 10th. And Luna Nightshade taking advantage of an opportunity sought. Strike to the chest of Stormy Renee. Constant battling back and forth between all three of these women here tonight, James. It does not get hotter than this in Unified Wrestling Oklahoma.
Morgan LeVay getting the advantage over Luna Nightshade. See if she can capitalize on Stormy Renee and make the climb for the ladder.
Taking this matchup back inside the ring. Luna Nightshade is isolated on the outside. Meanwhile, these two women are coming to blows, all for an opportunity at the Ladies Championship. Back and forth this match goes. Off the ropes goes Stormy Renee. All the momentum on her side. Halted by Morgan.
Luna Nightshade taking advantage of the opportunity here, being left alone on the outside, but not for long.
Luna Nightshade sent crashing hard on that ringside apron. The metallic steel structure of this ring coming into play here tonight. Stormy Renee now trying to take advantage of the position that she finds herself in. DDT to Morgan LeVay. Luna Nightshade meets her with a DDT of her own. And while both of your competitors are down, you think this is the prime opportunity to go up that ladder to climb for that contract. But Luna Nightshade, she's taking risks here tonight. Cross body to both women.
And taking out both of her opponents to do it. Now she's making the climb up the ladder.
Can she do it, James? And she does. And it is official. UWO Parade of Champions on December 10th live in Oklahoma City. Luna Nightshade is going one-on-one with Nova Phoenix for the UWO Ladies Championship.
What a match that will be, Walker. UWO's champion versus UWO's youngest, hottest upstart.
Fresh out of the DG Dojo is Luna Nightshade, and she is clearly making an impact in our women's division.
As I said earlier, folks, Luna Nightshade just won her shot at whoever wins tonight's Ladies Championship match, December 10th, at our next show. But the next contest, as voted by you, is a no disqualification match. It is going to be for the RDW Iron Man Championship. There are no rules in this match. You can win by knocking your opponent out, making them submit, and using anything at ringside that isn't nailed down. Or if it is nailed down,
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as Turnbuckle Tim said, coming up next, the RDW Iron Man Championship is on the line as our newly crowned champion, Bo Betton, is going to be defending against this man, Father Patch.
I think Turnbuckle Tim was trying to say anything goes, all weapons are legal, no holds are barred, one man must win, one man will walk out the RDW Iron Man champion, and Father Patch would like it to be him, Walker.
I'm sure that he would. A former champion everywhere that he's gone, currently standing without championship gold. This just doesn't sit right to Father Patch. This is a man who is constantly surrounded in vanity, and with that vanity comes championship gold. He's looking to pick up the victory here tonight.
But he's got to face off against the Bo Show, Bo Betton, your current RDW Iron Man champion. But if there's somebody who knows about anything goes kind of fights, it's Father Patch.
Most recently, Bo Betton picked up a championship victory when he won the championship back at a prior UWO event against Mascara La Parca, MLP, a legend in Lucha Libre. And tonight, he is going to be taking on Father Patch in a no disqualifications matchup, a match voted on by you, our UWO faithful.
And his opponent, the RDW Iron Man champion,
Bo Betton, your RDW Iron Man champion, etching his name in the history books alongside the greats such as MLP, Duncan Kincaid, a litany of other individuals. In fact, someone we will be seeing in our main event later on tonight, Ricky Wingrave, once held the RDW Iron Man championship, James.
Many a great competitor has held that championship, and Father Patch is trying to add his name to that list tonight.
Because I have somebody here with me tonight. He calls Daddy. Go ahead, go on out.
Who's Bo Betton talking about? That's James, that's CM Burnham.
CM Burnham, you want to talk about Father Patch's daddy? Here he is.
You go. For this whole year, Patch, ever since January, you made the biggest mistake of your life when you hit me. And I promise I'm going to make your life a living hell. So it seemed to me when I heard that you were going to be facing the Bo Show, it seemed to me like maybe the Bo Show needed a co-host. Tyson, I tried to get into your head. I tried to make things straight back around the beginning and see that didn't work. I got no personal beef with you. I just hope you smarten up sometime soon because he's using you. You son. You're going to get a Christmas present just a little bit early. Hey, careful right there.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it seems as though CM Burnham is joining Bo Betton here tonight at ringside. We have a no disqualifications matchup for the RDW Iron Man Championship.
How convenient when no disqualifications are involved. Noted liar, noted cheat, noted thief, CM Burnham arrives.
You know, for a brief moment, I thought you were describing Tyson James, who has also accompanied Father Patch to ringside tonight.
Now, we are not going to bring a man's personal past histories into question, Stuart, all right? I don't do it to you. You don't do it to me. I assume Mr. James would prefer you not do that to him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bell has sounded. This match is underway. Bo Betton is going to be taking it to Father Patch, and it looks like he already has him on wobbly legs here, a little bit apprehensive in the early goings of this contest.
Father Patch is just taking a moment to catch his breath, regroup, re-strategize, and go back to work on Bo Betton. This man is a veteran. This man is a legend. He has every trick in the book, and he's looking to play him on the Bo Show.
Father Patch taken down in the early going by Bo Benton. Now, I got to be honest with you, James. It's not often that we see Father Patch flat on his back in a professional wrestling contest.
It really isn't. So quite the shock that Bo Benton's able to do it twice there, but I'm sure Father Patch will be able to regroup here and get on top of the less experienced Bo Benton.
Bo Benton currently looking like he has all the experience in the world. This side headlock applied here. Shot off the ropes, though, there by Father Patch. Big boot colliding right at the square of the jaw, James.
That patented big boot followed up by an elbow drop by Father Patch. Old school Patch. Only getting a 2 count there, says referee Brixton Barricade.
Brixton Barricade, a fine official for a contest of this nature. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, there are no rules. This match can only end in pinfall or submission. Father Patch snapmare out of the corner, sending Bo Benton to a prone position. Spinning back elbow and a big boot of his own. Over the cover, hooking the outer leg. This could be it here, James. And only a 2 count for that one.
High impact maneuvers from Father Patch, using those well-educated feet, those Harvard-educated feet, in fact, Walker. Man is a legitimate black belt, and that is a skill he loves to employ in the pro wrestling ring.
Well, I don't think he had to utilize a kendo stick or a Singapore cane in order to earn that black belt.
You know, kendo is a martial art, Walker. I told you he is a master of many martial arts, including the art of kendo, which is being applied to the back of Bo Benton.
For the cover here, hooking the outer leg. And only a 2 count. Bo Benton still maintains, still holds on to his RDW Ironman Championship. I gotta ask you, James, what do you think the presence of CM Burnham at ringside is doing to the mindset of Father Patch?
Father Patch seemingly distracted for a moment, but he was very quick to get right back on top of his game, use his advantages, and get on top. Now he's momentarily delayed by the Bo Show, but that's okay. This program is about to be preempted.
Lifting up, Father Patch's Bo Benton sidewalk slam with the cover here, hooking both legs, still maintaining a 2 count. Bo Benton trying to find a way, trying to re-strategize, re-game plan. I mean, he has no one better to learn from than the man in his corner tonight if he wants to know the inner workings of Father Patch's mind.
It was indeed a smart move by Bo Benton to call in CM Burnham to get inside the mind of Father Patch. We'll see if that is going to pay off for him in this contest. See if he had enough time to study the Patch playbook.
Now, going to wear him down into this corner. Father Patch, and he's raking him on the ropes, James.
Using the ring to his advantage. That veteran ring experience, that ring generalship, knowing where he is at all times and being able to use the ring to his advantage.
And there are no rules to be broken here tonight. It is all on Father Patch to dish out as much destruction as Bo Benton seemingly can handle. Father Patch, what is he setting up for here? This might be signature. That suplex.
Dumping Bo Benton right on his head and neck. This might be it here, Walker.
Father Patch could be calling for the end here, but Tyson James, some words of advice seemingly to Father Patch. And potentially some other things, James.
Taking advantage of this no disqualification stipulation here. Here comes the plunder.
I don't even know what we're witnessing here. Is that a cookie sheet? Oh!
It perhaps was a cookie sheet.
The only thing I think is being cooked on that right now, the scrambled brains of Father Patch. And Burnham handing Bo Benton that kendo stick. The plunder is among us tonight. Father Patch, though, you talked about it earlier. His understanding of the kendo art.
A masterful double arm block of the kendo shot, snatching the kendo stick and delivering a shot to the side of Bo Betton's head before he knew
And James, what is he doing here? Just grating the forehead of Bo Betton.
Taking the cheese grater to the head.
And Bo Betton is barely moved at this point. We talked about plunder. I'm trying to see what we're witnessing here. I see another one of those cookie sheets. There might be a dog bone back there. There's a lot going on in this matchup. No disqualification. All on the line for the Ironman Championship. Bo Betton is busted wide open here, James.
And he's got Father Patch reeling. Blood loss and all. Bo Betton is doing it all to defend the RDW Ironman Championship.
Bo Betton right across the skull of Patch. Lights out for the Dark Redeemer. You hear Burnham at ringside cheering on Bo Betton, the man who he has accompanied out to ringside here tonight. Like you mentioned earlier, I'm sure that Bo Betton had to have been talking strategy backstage with with CM Burnham about Father Patch here tonight.
If he was a smart man, he would have Walker. But we'll see here as Patch is allowed to recover by Bo Betton.
Those educated strikes from Father Patch. Off the ropes goes Bo Betton, taking out Father Patch with that clothesline. And that's it, a 3 count. And ladies and gentlemen, the Bo show's in high definition here tonight as Bo Betton walks away still your RDW Iron Man champion. Oh my gosh, James, look at the skull. The skull of Father Patch, busted wide open. All for the great sanctity of the Iron Man Championship. Oh, and come on.
Father Patch was having none of the sportsmanship. You don't bloody Father Patch and then try to act like it was all in good sport.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot more professional wrestling action coming to you here tonight in Oklahoma City for the UWO Cranberry Clash in our main event for 100% control, 100% ownership of Unified Wrestling Oklahoma. Drake Gallows and Ricky Wingrave have recruited people to fight for the right to own UWO. And I have to tell you, the man representing Ricky Wingrave, Red James, is in attendance. I did see him tonight, but I don't know who is going to be representing Drake Gallows.
Drake Gallows has still yet to reveal his pick, and that is still to come in our main event. We'll see if Drake Gallows even has any friends on his side that could show up and fight for his honor and fight for his half of this company.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the announcement has been made live tonight in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The Texoma Pro Texas Championship will be on the line. as the Texoma Pro Texas champion Montego Sika will be defending against the leader of the Merchants regime. This is Merc.
Merc making his way down to the ring. These two have done battle for the Texoma Pro Texas title at Texoma Pro down in Sherman, Texas, but tonight they bring the battle north of the Red River to Oklahoma City, to VFW 9265, and to Unified Wrestling Oklahoma.
Absolutely, this is going to be a barn burner of the ages. Now, James, I have to tell you, and I have to tell the folks at home, you and I have been privy to being on the broadcast team for Texoma Pro Wrestling in the past. You and I have seen over the past months what Montego Sika has done to the scene in Texoma Pro Wrestling.
Montego Sika has found his drive. Montego Sika has found what works for him. Montego Sika has found what makes a champion, Walker. He's had a new outlook on things, a new change in attitude, and now he's carrying around that Texoma Pro Texas Championship, and he's looking to defend it against Merc.
With that change of attitude came a championship wrapped around his waist. And with that championship came a newfound confidence that he has brought here tonight to VFW Post 9265. I can't wait for this one. Our referee holding the prize for this matchup, the most highly coveted championship in the great state south of our border, the great state of Texas.
These two, not only the finest of Oklahoma, the finest of Texas, the finest of this region, doing battle here in a UWO ring.
And we would like to thank Texoma Pro Wrestling for sanctioning this matchup here tonight.
Merc taking it easy, but I promise you, Montego Sika is not someone to tread lightly on.
And the bell has sounded. This match is underway.
Hold on. Little fella needs some support. Let's
Montego Sika taking a walk, stretching it out. He's getting ready for a fight, getting some Hindu squats in, nice and deep. Get the quads warmed up. You don't want to tear a quad. One of the worst injuries in wrestling, Walker.
One of the most persistent that I've seen. You know, I have to tell you this, James. Montego Sika had time to stretch his quads and do whatever it is that Montego does in the back. There's no reason he should be doing it in a Texoma Pro Texas Championship contest.
Then why is Merc out here doing cartwheels, Walker?
That's just the type of guy Merc is. And Montego Sika with a cartwheel of his own, not one to be upstage, James.
Anything you can do, I can do better, says Montego Sika. That's why he's the Texoma Pro Texas champion.
Merc has competed for the Texoma Pro Texas Championship in the past down in Sherman, Texas. Yet to pick up championship gold in Texoma Pro Wrestling, but it's only a matter of time. Hell, it might happen here tonight, James. Very impressive maneuvers from Merc. I like to see Montego Sika do that. He's gearing up for it, James.
This crowd is ready for it. They don't deserve it, Stuart.
Montego believing he has nothing to prove here tonight to the people of Oklahoma City.
He doesn't. He's already the Texoma Pro Texas champion.
Wait a minute.
Hey, put that belt down.
Wait, Merc?
Put that belt down, Merc.
Merc believes he has won the Texoma Pro Texas Championship tonight. Well, I didn't hear a bell ring, James, but
That's ridiculous.
who are we to doubt the leader of the Merxis regime?
I will doubt him all I want. There was no bell ringing. Still, your Texoma Pro Texas champion. He's going to have to get back in that ring so Montego Sika can beat him formally to retain this Texoma Pro Texas championship.
A lot of games, a lot of antics, chicanery, if you will, in a UWO ring here tonight. Things that Montego Sika typically not fond of, James.
One to engage in shenanigans or tomfoolery is Montego Sika, but one to engage in a waist lock there. Being taken over. Merc on top for the moment with that side headlock.
Absolutely, the headlock applied here by Merc. Trying to do everything that he can to wear Montego Sika down, but it doesn't seem too effective for the moment. Tripping up Merc was Montego Sika and grabbing a side headlock of his own. Precision, excellent execution here, James.
I said it before, anything you can do, I can do better. Montego Sika with a better side headlock, avoiding the trip up.
And Merc is on a mission here tonight. The leader of the regime wants to bring Merxism to the state of Texas.
An invasion of Texas through Oklahoma. Who would have imagined it, Walker?
This STF positioning here, trying to submit Montego Sika. This very well could be the end of the contest. Grabbing the bottom rope is Tego, and Merc is forced to break that one up. Well, you have to imagine a significant amount of damage was done to the body of Tego here tonight, James, just off that maneuver alone.
Without a doubt, some damage was done, but the veteran mind of Tego, allowing him to realize where he was and get to those ropes and break that hold up. Now rolling out of the ring, catching his breath, and reevaluating the game plan before he goes back in against the leader of the Merxist regime.
Separation created between these two competitors, benefiting both competitors in all regards. I have to admit, I believe Tego was a bit more in need of that separation, James.
Tego taking advantage of that champion's advantage.
The championship can only change hands on a pinfall or submission here tonight. A count-out victory will not win Merc the championship.
The champ can go anywhere he wants, and these UWO fans need to accept it.
What he did, it did not count, okay?
Tego and Merc, we still find ourselves in the feeling out process here, James, trying to understand what your competitor is all about. That's only half the battle. But Tego is looking to ensue in war here tonight.
Punches and kicks being delivered to Merc with seemingly no defense from Merc.
Tego now in a position that he doesn't want to be in right now. Merc. Kick to the chest, sending Montego flat on his back.
Merc's got his first little flurry of offense. He's got to stay on him here if he wants to win this contest.
Merc, he is a fantastic competitor. This man has competed in the great country of Japan. In Korakuen Hall, a legendary building in professional wrestling. Merc has graced those areas. Now going for the cover is Tego.
He might have worked for Wrestle 1, but Montego's got a count of 2 in this contest, Stuart.
That he does, but can he stay in the position that he's in currently? Tigo clubbing blows, elbow strikes, forearms to the face of Merck. Scraping the boot across the chin. Look at the pressure, the way that it's applied here right now.
Just right into the cheek and orbital bone of Merck, trying to rearrange his face.
Merck now back to a fighting position here. Any man with 2 legs has a fighting chance.
Both of these men have very, very heavy hands, and that's on full display tonight.
Absolutely. Irish whip out of the corner. Tigo sends Merck. Clothesline evaded by Merck. Chop right across the chest. And the repetition strikes, slowly wearing Tigo down. We may have a new Texas champion here tonight.
You mentioned Merck's experience in Japan, a little tribute there to Tin Ryu with the punch chop combination and the big swanton dive into the corner there, almost like a cannonball onto Tigo, but only getting a 2 count.
Merck still has a lot more that he's gonna have to do if he wants to put Montego Seco away. Championship gold on the line. Texoma Pro Texas Championship. Going for the cover. And only a 2 count there, James. What does Tigo have to do to put his challenger away tonight?
Tigo has got to continue to use his veteran knowledge, his experience advantage over Merck, and use that knowledge to pull a trick out of the playbook that perhaps Merck has never seen before. Perhaps something like, oh, Merck caught him there into the rear naked choke.
Rear naked chokehold applied by Merck. Positioning Montego in a position that he looks for. Penalty kick. He might have just won the World Cup with that one. And only a 2 count. Ladies and gentlemen, there's only so much you can say whenever you are embroiled in war the way that these 2 men are. Trying to bring some glory to the Merckxis regime. Fireman's carry. He has him up on the shoulders here. But Tigo has him by the nose, James.
Got your nose, got your head, got your foot to the side of the head, says Montego Seca, delivering an enziguri.
He's looking for it. The Heat Seeker. Jumping cutter off the middle rope. And that's it, ring the bell.
And still, Texoma Pro Texas champion, the Heat Seeker, the OG, Montego Seca.
We would like to thank Texoma Pro Wrestling for sanctioning this contest tonight in Unified Wrestling Oklahoma. Montego Seca has another check in the win column, another successful defense for Montego Seca here tonight. James, you have to wonder what the future for Tigo is going to be looking like here when it pertains to Unified Wrestling Oklahoma Championship gold.
Montego is a kind of guy who is not satisfied with just one piece of gold over his shoulders. He's looking for 2, he's looking for 3, so you better believe he's got his eyes on the UWO title picture.
He might be looking for 2, he might be looking for 3, but anyone looking to step to Montego Seca is just looking for trouble.
And Merck found that out the hard way tonight.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, coming up soon, the UWO Ladies Championship will be on the line as Skylar Slice takes on Nova Phoenix in her very first attempt at Ladies Championship action.
against, but this next guy got it a little rough here tonight. He doesn't know who he's facing. Frankly, I don't know either. So, without further ado, your next contest. I don't know who it is. Let's find out together.
The Spotlight Logan Knight is in his home venue in Oklahoma City, VFW Post 9265. Some would call it the house that Logan Knight built, but he's looking to tear the house down tonight against an opponent that, well, he doesn't even know who he's facing tonight, James.
Nobody knows. It's been a secret. I've been looking for some unfamiliar faces in the back, but I haven't seen anybody yet. I've been looking around high and low and couldn't find anybody. You tell us, Tim.
James, Lil Pecker is back in a UWO ring.
Everyone's favorite Pecker has arrived.
And I cannot wait for what we are going to be seeing tonight.
Tonight it's Little Pecker Big Spotlight.
This is going to be fantastic. Lil Pecker, seen recently here in Unified Wrestling Oklahoma, tagging alongside Luna Nightshade as a member of the Animal Kingdom. Lil Pecker and Logan Knight squaring off one-on-one for the very first time, the first time ever. Logan Knight thus far, he's felt that he truly has the cock of the walk, if you will, James.
The cock of the walk, the bull of the woods, Logan Knight does proclaim himself to be, but he'll have to see if he can hold that title against Lil Pecker. I wouldn't let Lil Pecker get behind you if I were you, Dave. You gotta keep your eyes on a Lil Pecker like that.
Absolutely. Can't take your eyes off of a Lil Pecker like Lil Pecker here tonight. And I think Marvelous Mike Andrews, who has accompanied Logan Knight to ringside here tonight, is well aware of the caliber of opponent which Logan is facing off against. Lil Pecker, seen all across this country as one of the greatest mini wrestlers in the history of Oklahoma.
Did you see the smile on Super Dave's face? I think he enjoyed touching Lil Pecker a little bit too much.
I think there's something up with Super Dave. Logan Knight looking for a test of strength in this contest. Greco-Roman knuckle lock, if you will. Lil Pecker yet to oblige, though.
How dare he talk trash to Mike Andrews, the finest manager here in Unified Wrestling Oklahoma.
Knuckle lock applied here, and both men are jockeying for position in this one. Logan Knight has that size advantage. And Lil Pecker is putting on a display. This is how you cut a man down to size.
Chopping Logan Knight down by stomping on the toes.
Logan Knight bringing himself down to a bit more of an even keel contest now. And as soon as Lil Pecker is given the opportunity, he is all over Logan Knight.
Look at that little Pecker pulling hair.
Logan Knight with control of Lil Pecker. As of recent, ladies and gentlemen, Logan Knight has been down on his luck in Unified Wrestling Oklahoma. He's looking for something to elevate him, to rise him up, to erect him up the rankings here in Unified Wrestling Oklahoma. And Logan Knight is persistently choking the chicken in the ropes now, and Mike Andrews getting a perfect shot of it on his... Mike Andrews is choking the chicken now. Absolutely despicable actions from both men. Logan going for the cover, only a 2 count though.
No amount of chicken choking will put Little Pecker to sleep tonight.
Rear chin lock applied here by Logan Knight, driving that knee centered into the back of Pecker. Repeated strikes between both of these competitors.
Sometimes when you've got a rear chin lock on Lil Pecker, that doesn't work. Sometimes you've got to get a double wrist lock on a Pecker. Sometimes you've got to do a lot of things to a Pecker to get it controlled. And that's exactly what Logan Knight's doing, is he's getting this Little Pecker pinned.
Stiff shot to Pecker from Logan Knight off of that one. Logan Knight, he's talking about tassels. I don't understand what's going through the mindset of the Spotlight tonight.
I think Lil Pecker prefers to keep his tassels nice and trimmed as opposed to Logan's wider tassels, but a nice comparison there.
The Spotlight with the rear chin lock on Pecker. Mike Andrews is trying to aid Logan Knight in the corner here, whispering sweet nothings to him. Pecker repeated elbow strikes to Logan Knight.
Those might have been low blows. Those were a little low there.
Oh, well, that one might have been, but referee Super Dave, I mean, he didn't see anything. And someone might need to check Super Dave's prescription on those glasses. I mean,
3 repeated shots to Logan Knight now. Come on, should have been an obvious disqualification at this point. Now just raking it. Look at the disrespect from this Lil Pecker.
Lil Pecker antagonizing Mike Andrews, our camera crew here tonight.
And if you've ever been antagonized by Lil Pecker, it's demoralizing.
Well, I'm sure that it is, James. Have you been on the receiving end of Lil Pecker's antagonization?
We're not going to talk about that right now, Stuart. What we're going to talk about is Logan Knight putting his boot through Little Pecker's beak. 1, 2. All right, there's still some life in that Little Pecker. That Little Pecker is limply holding on to life.
Logan Knight with that rear chin lock. Lil Pecker is fading, but he's still up. Pecker is still up, and this one. And Lil Pecker is grabbing the nipples of Logan Knight. This is just a
purely illegal moves from the Pecker. This is foreign. Super Dave, this ought to be a disqualification. Get this Little Pecker out of here. Get the Little Pecker put away.
Lil Pecker, what is he calling for here? A clothesline to Logan Knight. And the Spotlight is seeing stars in Oklahoma City. Taking flight. Elbow drop.
The poultry took to the air tonight, and the spotlight was put out by a little pecker.
Put out and put down. Logan Knight is going to be feeling that one in the morning.
I thought that was a chicken, not a dog, Walker.
We do have a raffle going on over there. We have Diamond Dart. It is of Rudolph. $2 for the tickets. Go see the raffle. Go see all of your favorite wrestlers at the merch stand. Make sure you visit our concession stand as well. And we will see you in a brief moment.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back live for more Unified Wrestling Oklahoma action. And as voted on by you, our UWO faithful on Facebook.com/Unified Wrestling Oklahoma, we are going to be seeing a chain match coming up very soon, James.
We've seen chain matches before. Hell, we've seen chain matches between these two before. But the UWO fans said, run it back. Let's have another one. And that's exactly what they're getting here at the Cranberry Clash.
Absolutely. Former UWO heavyweight champion taking on another former UWO heavyweight champion. Derek James will be taking on the fight god, Brawler Morrison.
These two's paths have been intertwined by the blood and by that 8-foot metal chain.
This chain match, both men will be chained together for the entire duration of the contest. It is no disqualification, no holds barred. Pinfalls or submissions will end this matchup. The fight god Brawler Morrison, incredibly privy to what it takes to win a chain matchup, as he has done so before against his opponent here tonight in Derek James. The fight god accompanied by a man who we've also seen earlier on in the night, CM Burnham. This is going to be one to watch out here for James.
Do not envy referee Candace Harding, who's going to have to watch over these two. Both competitors now chained in at the wrist. Approximately 8 feet of chain between them.
8 feet of chain met at the wrist between these two. The fight god Brawler Morrison, Defiant Derek James are going to be going one-on-one in this one, and it's going to be a slobber knocker, James. I already know it.
These two already trading massive forearms. Now a chop from Brawler Morrison.
Derek James now sizing up. Brawler Morrison, good God.
These two just going back and forth.
These two men some of the most well-traveled in the UWO locker room. That is why they have been at the top of the food chain here in this company. That is why they have both been UWO champion. In fact, I want to take you back, James. New Year's Eve, you were sitting right there alongside me when Derek James had Tuck Davian turn his back on the UWO fans to defeat Brawler Morrison to win the UWO championship for the very first time. Now Derek James no longer with that championship, but this bad blood has carried all the way over to the next year. We are now in November, and these two are still going to war.
The chains around the wrist, very literal and figurative in this case for these two, seemingly chained together for the past years, their fates always intertwining. And now tonight, we get to do battle one last time in this chain match at the Cranberry Clash.
Chop right to the chest, concaving that pectoral muscle of Derek James.
It is the Nookie illegal maneuver, Walker.
I can't say that. I'd have to check the UWO rule books, James. Brawler Morrison and Derek James. The repetitive chops to the chest. Derek James crying out in agony.
Bending that wrist, trying to hyperextend that elbow of Derek James. Now transitioning here into a body slam.
Powering Derek James up. Brawler Morrison showing exactly why he is a former UWO champion. With a score still to settle, Mike Andrews has just slid a chair into the ring. Oh my God! Careening off the skull of Brawler Morrison. And Derek James is trying to drive that chair directly into the skull, into the throat of Brawler Morrison.
Now bringing it across the back, and look at the bend to that chair. Derek James now bending it flat to use once again.
Trying to do everything he can to keep that chair straightened out, to apply the most force, the most impact whenever it careens into the body of Brawler Morrison.
Now wrapping that chain around his fist. Oh, and both men grabbing chairs now.
Oh!
Great minds think alike here.
And Brawler Morrison comes out with an advantage on this one.
Brawler Morrison perhaps just a tad bit tougher, a tad bit more willing to take the punishment than Derek James, and that allowed him to take advantage.
Morrison snapmare now, taking Derek James down. Penalty kick to the back. It won't win you the matchup, James, but it'll wear your opponent down.
Another chair being introduced into this contest by the marvelous Mike Andrews as these two sit down for a test of toughness.
These chains still wrapped around the wrists of Morrison and James. Shots between these two men. It is a war of attrition, Southern.
These two warriors just doing battle like the last new Rome here in the center of a UWO ring.
And Brawler Morrison was just sent face first directly into that chair, throwing off his equilibrium completely. He's on Dream Street right now, especially at the hands of the Defiant One.
Very smart move there, using the chair multiple ways against Brawler Morrison. Now,
Up to that middle rope. Drop kick.
putting his feet between the chain and Brawler Morrison's
Wait,
face.
what did Marvelous Mike Andrews just hand Derek James a damn fork? And Derek James is wrenching that fork into the skull of Morrison tonight.
Anything goes in this contest, and they are taking that to the absolute limit as a fork is being introduced into this contest. But what's Burnham got in mind here?
CM Burnham has just grabbed the Marvelous One.
Hey, you let Mike Andrews go.
CM Burnham potentially trying to serve up some much delivered, much needed justice here tonight. And CM Burnham is tying Mike Andrews to that chair. Meanwhile, back into the ring, Brawler Morrison is busted wide open and still driving that fork into the cranium of an already bloody mess that is Morrison. Continuously. Derek James trying to choke Brawler Morrison out. And it seems as though, James, this fork that has been introduced by the Marvelous One has now completely changed the tides of this matchup.
The tide changed with a fork carried stealthily by Mike Andrews, now allowing Derek James to take the advantage and use that chain to his advantage, delivering a drop kick to the back of Brawler Morrison.
Derek James now controlled of both legs. Repeated strikes, though, take Derek James out of the equation. Brawler Morrison.
Derek James could be dealing with a ruptured eardrum after some strikes like that.
Meanwhile, Mike Andrews still tied to that chair at ringside. Oh my God, this is just brutal, James.
Derek James using that chain fully to his advantage, now applying the crab on Brawler Morrison.
The captain's hook by Derek James. Brawler Morrison trying to will his way to the ropes, but it won't do anything. The cover has been made. No. Both shoulders were not down, James. I spoke too soon.
These two resorting back to chops, just testing the toughness of the other man.
Good God. Rubbing the chest raw is Brawler Morrison, but rolling elbow, that has put many men away for Derek James, but Brawler Morrison's still on his feet. I cannot believe it. Double underhook from Derek James. Technical stylings from the former teenage technician, but there's nothing technical about that, James.
Beautifully floating over into that pin.
And he has to be asking himself, Derek James has to be asking himself, what do I have to do to put Brawler Morrison away? He's done it. He's done it multiple times in the past, but under, well, different circumstances, if you will. Tuck Davian had accompanied Derek James to ringside or been involved in the endings of all of those contests. Derek James has never had a clean professional victory over Brawler Morrison.
And that's what he's looking to accomplish tonight, and he's got Brawler Morrison reeling here in this contest.
Brawler Morrison is wrapped in that chain. Saito suplex from Derek James, and the chain has just come off.
suplexing the chain off of him was Derek James. Now these two are freed like caged animals released.
Both of these men clawing for position here. Derek James, the waistlock applied. Standing switch, Brawler Morrison's in control now. Ripcord into the knee strike. The knee is just jacked to the jaw of the Defiant One. Irish whip out of the corner there, Brawler Morrison. Once again, trying to expel all the energy out of the Defiant One here tonight.
Each posting there, knocking a little more air out of Derek James, rearranging the vertebrae in the back. What does Brawler Morrison have in mind here? He's got that chain wrapped around his foot. Now just repeated kicks to the head of Derek James.
Going for the cover off of those kicks, only a 2 count. Brawler Morrison, a bloodied mess. Derek James, a below the belt shot from the nether regions. Sorry, to the nether regions of Brawler Morrison. And a strike with that chain, a knockout blow. This match has to be over, James. That's it. And somehow, Brawler Morrison is still in this one.
Perhaps the toughest man in the UWO locker room. Only someone like Brawler Morrison could kick out after taking an absolute mauling like this from Derek James.
And mauling is a perfect description of what we're seeing tonight. We have seen forks, we have seen steel chains, steel folding chairs. I don't know what's gonna be next, James. Morrison choking the life out of Derek James, but Derek James is driving that fork into the thigh of Morrison. Good God, when is enough enough? And the choke with the chain, and that's it. That's it.
Brawler Morrison finally having to give up the submission with the chain wrapped around his neck, literally strangling the life out of Brawler Morrison. Bravo to Derek James.
Well, at the end of the day, he did exactly what he said he was going to do. Derek James picks up a victory over Brawler Morrison in this chain match, which was voted on by the fans, the UWO family. Thank you so much for being a part of the UWO family tonight at the Cranberry Clash.
These people love to see brutality, and that's why they voted for this chain match. Look at Derek James proudly showing off the chain, showing off the fork, showing off the tools it took to win tonight here at the Cranberry Clash.
Think about what that says about the caliber of competitor he was standing across the ring from. It took a steel chain, a fork, a steel folding chair, all of which barely put Brawler Morrison down. I mean, he did not quit. It was his body that forced him to give up. Murder Inc., Mr. Nasty Colt Kilbane, and they are here. They are ready and they are hungry for challengers. The first time for Mr. Nasty and Kilbane to be teaming together here in Unified Wrestling Oklahoma.
Kilbane and Nasty, a formidable tag team. Murder Inc., noted all across Oklahoma, now making their way to UWO. Kilbane having some fun jaw-jacking with these fans.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, subject to death. It is something that is not predicted, but rather
Got something to say there?
I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, subject to death, one of the hottest independent wrestling tag teams in the great state of Oklahoma. Cade Fight, Leo Fox, the Sober Slugger, and Jack's Sinister Revenge. Cade Fight. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a war.
Kilbane calling out the crowd here for their fashion choices. Why would you wear socks with slides?
I don't believe that's a question that I'm under the authority to answer here tonight, James.
Do you even own a pair of slides, Walker?
I definitely do, yes. They're Crocs. I love them.
Those aren't slides. Jesus. Action underway here between Mr. Nasty, the Creole Soul, and Jack's Smirking Revenge. Cade Fight. Some of the fans here taking offense to being called racist. It's a little close to home sometimes, doesn't it, Stuart?
Well, I'm not the one being accused of anything here, James. Ladies and gentlemen, the bell has already sounded and the professional wrestling action is just getting started in this one. Kilbane, Mr. Nasty, Murder Inc., they've held championship gold everywhere that they've been. While UWO does not have tag team championships, many a tag team champion has stepped into the ropes, into the ring of a Unified Wrestling Oklahoma event tonight. It is going to be all on the line. An elimination matchup. STD, subject to death versus Murder Inc.
I wouldn't be sticking my finger in the chest of Mr. Nasty if I was Cade Fight.
Yeah, you don't know what's been in that chest. Cade Fight emanating from the Fight Club. This is a man who loves to pick fights with people beyond his own size and stature. Just like that, a chop right across the chest.
lighting up Mr. Nasty, not the way you want to start a contest. And certainly not the man you want to be standing across from is Leo Fox.
Big bad Leo Fox. He is taking it to Mr. Nasty and Kilbane here tonight. Oh my God, did you hear that, James?
We got a pimp down. There is a pimp in distress in the corner here.
Overhand palm strike to Mr. Nasty. Leo Fox, he has to stay on top of Nasty here in a contest of this nature. Just like that.
We got a PID. PID, pimp in distress. Pimp in distress, Walker.
Tag made, and from the Fight Club, Jack's Smirking Revenge, Cade Fight. Lifting him up. Inverted suplex, Cade Fight off the ropes. Single leg drop kick. Cover now being made, hooking the outer leg, very important in a matchup of this nature, especially when you are paired against an opponent the size of Nasty.
Good tag team wrestling here from STD. Quick in, quick out, keeping Nasty separated from his tag partner.
Trying to do everything that they can are Mr. Nasty and Kilbane to keep themselves from being subjected to whatever it is Leo Fox and Cade Fight are trying to subject them to.
I believe that would be death, Stewart.
Right now we're being subjected to some good old technical wrestling. This hammerlock applied from Leo Fox, trying to wear down Mr. Nasty. See the power advantage that Leo Fox has over his opponent in this match in Mr. Nasty. Admittedly, Leo Fox often has the power advantage over all of his opponents. He's one of the strongest professional wrestlers in this state.
Normally the largest man in the ring, only against competitors like Kilbane and Nasty. Is Leo Fox given a run for his money?
Nasty with these palm strikes. Cade Fight trying to, no, the knee strike directly into the back.
Picked the wrong corner to run to there. Now he's gonna pay with a big backhand from Mr. Nasty.
The Creole Pimp is putting Cade Fight in line.
A little Cajun seasoning on both sides of Cade Fight's face.
Kilbane, elbow strikes to the skull. To the corner here. Did you see the power, the force, and the ferocity that Kilbane just executed that maneuver with?
You heard the turnbuckles hitting the solid steel ring post, that pinging sound as Cade Fight hit the rope. Now being turned inside out with a clothesline there. Now rolled all the way through by Nasty.
And the foot was on the rope. The referee Brent Wall, he sees it, he acknowledges it. Senior official Brent Wall, they call him the senior official for a reason. He has earned those stripes here tonight, especially when he has to keep animals like Mr. Nasty and Kilbane in control.
Murder Inc. in control of Cade Fight right now.
Oh, what is, this is absolutely rancid. This is nasty. Cade Fight battling out of that one. That is not a predicament he wanted to stay involved in.
Mr. Nasty so smart, grabbing the hair of Cade Fight and slowing this action back down in favor of Murder Inc.
Kilbane thrusting that shoulder directly in to the sternum of Cade Fight, making that tag Mr. Nasty now your legal competitor. Off the ropes goes Nasty.
Flying hip attack to the side of Cade Fight's head.
And this is an elimination tag team matchup, ladies and gentlemen. This matchup cannot end until both members of your opposing team have been pinned or submitted. And what does the strategy feel like in a matchup like this for either team, an elimination style tag team match?
The first pin is always going to be the hardest, Walker. Once you've got the numbers advantage and it's 2-on-1, you've got your opponents exactly where you want them. But until that first man gets eliminated, it's anybody's game.
Murder Inc. are looking to put Cage Fight away here tonight. Lifting their opponent up. Cage Fight flipping out of it, back to his feet. Leo Fox has the tag. He's in. He's in. Double clothesline. Good God, the power of the Sober Slugger. It is unmatched. It is unprecedented. We have never seen a competitor like this in Unified Wrestling Oklahoma.
Leo Fox is fired up here on Mr. Nasty. Colt Kilbane's got to get over here and be some relief for his partner.
Powerful shoulder tackle from Fox to Nasty.
Come on, reach, make the tag to Kilbane, Nasty.
And Fox is going back to his roots here, that beautifully applied hammerlock. But something, Mr. Nasty just interfered with the eyesight of Fox. But Leo Fox completely unfazed here tonight. James, this is an all-out war.
These two trading blows. You see Nasty rocked repeatedly here by these shots from Lethal Leo Fox.
And Mr. Nasty is begging for forgiveness, but there is no mercy from the mercenary that is Lethal Leo Fox. Both men are down. Both men are down. It is all about who can make it back to their feet first, James. This crowd hot for STD tonight. And the tags have been made. Cage Fight, Kilbane.
And STD is burning hot.
Strike to the back of the head. Fight. Looking to capitalize off the position he has Kilbane in. Mr. Nasty, though, not trying to allow that to happen. Trying to save his tag team partner, though. Curb stomp, good God almighty. What was it that you said about a pimp in distress?
But Cage Fight is in distress. He is the first man eliminated in this contest. Look at Kilbane, proud of himself with that.
But don't turn around, Kilbane. The spear from Leo Fox, the cover. And it is down 1-on-1, mano a mano. The Sober Slugger, Lethal.
Leo Fox there being knocked down by the cane of Mr. Nasty. 1, 2, 3, a little tongue flicking in victory from Mr. Nasty.
A little what?
A little tongue flicking. It's what he does with the hose. You don't need to know about that, Stuart. You're too young.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, while I figure out whether we can put that on air, Murder Inc., Mr. Nasty and Kilbane walk away your victors in this tag team elimination contest. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to UWO Cranberry Clash. And we are here for our semi-main event of the evening. The leader of the Pepper Pack, Skylar Slice, is going one-on-one with the UWO Ladies Champion, Nova Phoenix James. As Skylar Slice makes her way down to ringside tonight, how do you think she's feeling? She's got a Dr. Pepper in hand and a championship opportunity in the runway.
The leader of the Pepper Pack, she's vibing, she's got her Dr. Pepper, she's ready to go. She's also got the nickname of Dominant. You don't earn a nickname like that when you're just a pushover competitor in the ring. So it'll be interesting to see how the Dominant one holds up against UWO's most dominant force in Nova Phoenix.
These are two of the strongest women in professional wrestling today. It does not get bigger. This matchup does not get more monumental than what we have in front of us tonight. The newly crowned, as of 1 month ago, UWO Ladies Champion, Nova Phoenix, defending for the very first time against the dominant Skylar Slice.
Nova Phoenix winning that UWO Ladies Championship at the UWO Potluck for our Patreon VIPs. A great event we love every year. This year we crowned our first UWO Ladies Champion. Now we're seeing the first defense of that right here at the Cranberry Clash at VFW 9265.
Referee Crazy Charlie in the mix here, and things always get crazy when Charlie is involved, James.
Indeed they do, and he's here to call it right down the middle today for this UWO Ladies Championship match.
Gotta beat me first. I beat her last night, so I'm gonna beat her again.
Diet Dr. Pepper. It's got all the flavor without the extra salt.
And James, do you know how many flavors of Diet Dr. Pepper there really is?
It's a 27.
Something along the lines. I've heard Skylar Slice say it before.
These fans being loud, being disrespectful to our UWO Ladies Champion.
And the bell has sounded. Skylar Slice with a side headlock applied, but she's trying to finish that Dr. Pepper first, James.
The disrespect, sipping her Dr. Pepper while having our champion in a headlock.
I'm incredibly impressed by the acumen of Skylar Slice. Look at this. Still enjoying herself a nice, cool, refreshing Dr. Pepper, and is putting the beat down on the ladies champion.
Perhaps that ladies championship could be sponsored by Dr. Pepper if Skylar Slice could pick up the win in this one, but she's still got a long ways to go to pin or submit the UWO Ladies Champion, Nova Phoenix.
All the way from Waco, Texas is Skylar Slice, the home of Dr. Pepper products. Folks, you gotta love what we're seeing right now. The power that Skylar Slice is displaying. We don't see many people dominate the UWO Ladies Champion in this fashion, do we, James?
We've yet to see a competitor dominate Nova Phoenix, and we've yet to see a competitor share a Diet Dr. Pepper in the center of the ring, then an ode to the Sandman there smashing the can before pitching it outside of the ring, and now the action's really underway.
Nova Phoenix now shooting Skylar Slice into the corner. Clothesline right to the jaw. You know Skylar Slice has to be feeling that one. A repetitive maneuver going back to the wheelhouse. Very effective in nature, James.
When you find something that works, you don't change it. Skylar Slice with an impressive roll up here.
Phoenix now trading shots These shots to the jaw, to the pectoral muscles, if you will. Oh, and a kick right to the side of the skull. Nova Phoenix has just sent Skylar Slice down hard.
Nova Phoenix not a fan of Diet Dr. Pepper.
Now, James, I have to ask you, Skylar Slice, she was not involved in that UWO Ladies Championship tournament to crown the ladies champion. She was not involved in that night of action whatsoever. What do you think must be going through her mind to be overlooked by UWO management in that tournament?
There was much controversy about Skylar Slice being overlooked for that tournament, but you note she was the first challenger, so perhaps UWO management had something in mind going into that tournament. Now we're getting to see Nova Phoenix versus Skylar Slice in a phenomenal matchup here for our fans at the Cranberry Clash.
Slice, of course, a veteran of the women's wrestling scene in Oklahoma. It's only fitting for the first ladies champion in this great company to go one-on-one with the leader of the Pepper Pack.
Skylar Slice's experience, Nova Phoenix, a very accomplished and experienced competitor as well. In addition to that, she is a second-generation professional wrestler, so that ring IQ, that knowledge of wrestling, where to be, what to do at every single moment, passed down through her bloodline.
Middle rope crossbody going for the cover. And a count of 2. This crowd fully behind Skylar Slice here tonight.
Not a fan one for the Rising Phoenix, though she is the defending champ.
The defending champion, of course, has Skylar Slice on the ropes here. Now, off the ropes goes Phoenix. Big boot right through the middle rope. Phoenix, what is she looking for here, James? Skylar Slice on the hardest part of the ring. Double leg drop.
Phoenix mocking these UWO fans here at ringside.
Absolutely fantastic, the cover. Only a 1 count there for Skylar Slice.
Skylar Slice showing that heart, kicking out at 1 after a massive leg drop on the edge of the ring there.
I'm starting to believe that Dr. Pepper is finally hitting the veins of Skylar Slice tonight. Off the ropes goes Nova Phoenix. Misdirection, what's she looking for here? And a rear chin lock.
Masterfully applied with the knee on the spine and the elbow right underneath the chin, just wrenching back on that neck.
And ladies and gentlemen, still to come, our main event for the 100% ownership of Unified Wrestling Oklahoma. Ricky Wingrave has Red James in his corner. Drake Gallows, well, we don't know who he is bringing to the table, but that is to come in our main event. Right now, the ladies championship is on the line, and Slice trying to slice open the chest of Nova Phoenix tonight.
A little slice and dice action there in the corner from Skylar. Nova Phoenix with the turnaround, though.
Eating a big boot from Skylar. Slice ascending to that middle rope. DDT. Skylar Slice, what is she looking for here? There it is. This is that arm trap crossface. She's put many opponent away with this one. So many members of the UWO ladies roster have tapped to this maneuver from Skylar Slice. We may be looking at a new UWO ladies champion tonight.
Nova Phoenix able to use her positioning there to grab the rope and secure the break.
Calling upon the power of the Pepper. She might be looking for it. He's going for the Pepsi plunge. Nova Phoenix Russian leg sweep. maintaining that wrist control is Nova Phoenix. Do you see how impressive that is, James?
Very smart ring IQ on display there for Nova Phoenix. Now repositioning Skylar Slice in the center of the ring, so she's got to crawl all the way across the ring to get that rope break. Very, very smart here by Nova Phoenix.
Wait a minute, James. I don't know if I don't think that she's going for that rope break. I think she's going for that Diet Dr. Pepper. Skylar Slice inches away, clawing for her opportunity to become ladies champion. And that opportunity was just squandered by Nova Phoenix. That's it. This match is over.
Opportunity spilling out onto the mats at ringside.
And still, the UWO Ladies Champion, Nova Phoenix. What a night of action we have had thus far, James Southern. One of the greatest nights in the history of our great sport.
Without a doubt, the Cranberry Clash has been phenomenal so far here for Unified Wrestling Oklahoma, and there's still more action in store, but still your Unified Wrestling Oklahoma Ladies Champion, the Rising Phoenix, Nova Phoenix.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, our main event of the evening for 100% ownership of Unified Wrestling Oklahoma. It is going to be Red James taking on a mystery opponent in the corner of Drake Gallows.
Before we get started, for our main event of the evening, make sure you go and buy a raffle ticket. Visit the concession stand. This might be your last chance. Also, make sure you follow us on Patreon to get access to exclusive events. We had a pop-up not too long ago, and it was fantastic, and there's more in the works for the coming year. Are you guys ready for your main event of the evening? This match will decide who owns the company. Coming out first, being accompanied by Ricky Wingrave. This is another the Foreman, Red James.
In Red James, the foreman of Unified Wrestling Oklahoma, accompanied by the devil himself and Ricky Wingrave.
The foreman here tearing up ringside. There will be no shut up Red. Red will speak freely tonight.
Well, if there's one thing I know that Red James loves to do, it sure as hell is talk. But I got to tell you, James, there is a lot more on the line than conversational whereabouts. Red James is defending the honor of his newfound friend of sorts, Ricky Wingrave.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend, and that's what these two have decided. A bit of an unholy alliance formed here between Red James and Ricky Wingrave, but we'll see if it brings success tonight against whoever Drake Gallows picks.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the urban legend Drake Gallows is here, but who does he have representing him? Oh my God, James. The Midwest Monster, the very first ever UWO champion, and the man defending the company from the devil himself. This is Blade.
Sometimes you have to pick the biggest. Sometimes you have to pick the baddest. Sometimes you have to bring out Blade.
Sometimes you do, James, but I don't believe this is one of those times that Red James was expecting. This is the last person that Red James could have possibly game planned for. We have not seen Blade step foot into a Unified Wrestling Oklahoma ring in well over a year.
But just enough time, perhaps, for Red James to have not had a game plan. But if I trust anybody to come up with a game plan when suddenly faced with their opponent, it'd be Red James.
This has been brewing for months now. Some would say it dates back many years ago when Drake Gallows and Ricky Wingrave owned another one of professional wrestling's hottest independent wrestling organizations in Oklahoma. There's always been collisions between these two. I mean, you and I have been privy to seeing things in the back, James, I don't believe that we can talk about on air. But Drake Gallows and Ricky Wingrave, these two have been at odds. Their friendship torn apart over this damn company.
These two constantly at each other's throats over the past few months. We've seen their relationship break down both personally and then publicly here in front of everyone at UWO, and it all comes down to this. Look at the fans letting Red James know exactly what they think of him, throwing some trash his way. Sending it right back out with these people where it belongs, that was Red James.
And Red James is immediately taking it to the Midwest Monster.
Red James is scared of no man, no monster, not a thing.
Do you truly believe that at this point? I mean, Red James has exited the ring multiple times on his own accord.
He's got a strategy. He gets in, he gets his shots in against Blade, and gets out. It's a smart strategy. It works. He's avoiding getting hit, and he's doing the majority of the offense.
And he's throwing a tantrum at ringside while he's at it. He has to be willing to step up to the Midwest Monster in Blade. Waistlock applied here by Red James. I don't believe he's able to interlock those fingers, though. The large midsection of Blade is going to prohibit that from happening. They say that this man is big and bad. We have not seen no bigger. We have seen no badder than Blade. Good God, the heavy hands of Blade piercing the chest of Red James.
Red James being laid open there with those heavy hands, now eating a back elbow. Oh, what's Blade got in mind here?
Another shot to the chest of Red James.
Smart move by Red James. When things aren't going your way, take a moment to regroup, re-strategize, take a look at things from a different point of view.
Sometimes, James Southern, you knew this just as well as I do. It's just half the battle in the professional wrestling game. Readjusting your mindset, readjusting your strategy. Red James had no time to game plan for Blade tonight.
personal view of the hands of Blade right across the chest.
Red James now looking to test his moxie once more against the Midwest Monster. Kick right to the leg. And now we see Red James' new strategy. We talked about re-strategizing this entire night, and we are seeing it here. Red James is now targeting the things that hold Blade up in a contest such as this one. Both legs, the left and the right.
Just like a tree, it needs the trunk, it needs the foundation to stand, Walker. And he might be the foreman, but tonight you could call Red James the lumberjack.
And even from a grounded position, Red James staying to his new target. Those targets being the back of the knees of Blade. Blade with a large upper body, not as large of a lower body, and that's being targeted tonight by Red.
Large frame, as you mentioned, normally Blade's biggest strength. Now being used against him as those legs are being chopped out from underneath him, and Red James with this repeated offensive clothesline.
And what is it that I've heard you refer to Red James as in the past? An expert tactician?
He's putting that on full display tonight, picking the legs apart of Blade. The house can't stand without a foundation, and the foundation is being removed by the foreman, Red James.
The house is up for Red James as currently he is Blade back, flat on his back in a prone position. Red James now stalking his opponent. And usually when you're an opponent of Red James, you're often prey. But it's hard to refer to Blade as anything other than the monster that he is, James. You have to admit it.
Without a doubt, usually Red James is a favorite going into a matchup. Only in a match like this against an opponent the size of Blade is Red James the underdog.
Red James feeling every bit of that strike to the back.
Air being driven out of his lungs. You can't win a wrestling match when you have no oxygen in your lungs. It's the fuel that drives you.
And now Blade, heel toss to Red James. Red James just sent flying across this entire 18-footer ring.
Field him corner to corner, Walker. Now Red James is trying to reevaluate once again, trying to realign his spine out there on the hardwood floor. Words of encouragement there from Ricky Wingrave as these fans are bombarding Red James with trash once again.
You may consider those to be encouraging, but all I saw on the face of Ricky Wingrave was frustration, etched and engraved. Red James back in the ring now.
James agreeing to a test of strength here. Still trying to work on those knees, but Blade only staggered. Now taken off his feet by that last kick there. Smart move by Red James, now staying on top of that knee he's working over.
Red James, he has control of Blade here, and James, I have to ask you, what is it that Blade needs to do to recover from the position he's in?
Blade's got to find a way to create some distance between Red James and those knees that he is attacking right now. Every moment you allow Red James to get some offense in on those knees, it's wearing him down a little bit more.
Alternatively, can you analyze what we see right now in Red James's mind? What do you think has to be going through the mind of the man who is defending a company from someone the likes of Drake Gallows?
Starting to feel confident, you could see it, but perhaps he spent a bit too much time there jaw-jacking with Drake Gallows on the outside, as he and Blade are now just grappling around for position, trying to maintain control on top of the other.
They may call Blade the Midwest Monster, but right now Red James is looking really beastly himself. Red James applying the pressure to Blade here in this corner. Referee Robin trying their best to separate the two, and she does. Red James with a clean break, as clean as Red James could possibly act in a situation of this nature.
Red James and clean are not always in the same conversation, but Red James and winner frequently are.
Well, I know that Red James and clean are not often in the same conversation. I've taken a look at his beard a couple of times. Blade is on wobbly legs here. Those legs being targets of the foreman. And the foreman always gets his man, James.
I think you're confusing your occupations here, but the foreman always gets the job done. But Blade getting the job done right now with a running hip attack to Red James.
Oh, and referee Robin has just been taken out by Blade.
Sandwiched between Red James and the Midwest Monster.
And what did Ricky Wingrave just pass off to Red James? Those are those same brass knuckles that he used to take down Drake Gallows.
Timber, the big Redwood Falls.
What a situation we find ourselves in right now. Red James. Wait a minute. Drake Gallows. Well, this man's not even medically cleared to compete. Super kick from Drake Gallows in the khakis.
It looks like his ankle's feeling good enough for a super kick to help the Midwest Monster regain control.
Whether his ankle was feeling good or not, I know one person who's not feeling good, and it's got to be the Midwest Monster. Completely unaffected by that shot to the gonads is Blade, lifting him up, spine on the pine.
See those brass knuckles falling away from Red James as he makes contact with the mat.
And referee Robin coming to her senses here, and the cover's been made. This is it. 2, come on. What's up? And Ricky Wingrave has just put his hands on an official tonight.
He made the save. He's trying to save his ownership stake in this company.
This is not a good way to boost company morale.
It might not be a way to boost company morale, but it's a way to boost Ricky Wingrave's ownership in this company. 50% now. Next stop, 100.
Wait, and Ricky Wingrave has just fired Luna Nightshade.
New referee Steve Spencer making his way out to the ring.
You know that he has to be worrying about his job security. Ricky Wingrave is firing referees left and right nowadays.
First referee Brent Wall, now referee Robin.
And now Ricky is firing shots onto his former best friend Drake Gallows. With the, no!
Referee Steve down with those brass knuckles. I'd hate to be wearing black and white stripes at a moment like this.
Well, and referee Brett Wall is here. Tim Carter also has a referee shirt on. What?
We've got referees aplenty tonight. Are you wearing a referee shirt, Walker?
I don't think I can disclose that information. I think Ricky Wingrave's a little too close to me right now. Brent Wall recently fired and returned as of our most recent event. Drake Gallows brought this man back into the fold. And referee Brent Wall did not come alone. Brent Wall has just struck Ricky Wingrave, and now the entire UWO referee staff is putting the boots to the Ace of Blades. What is going on here?
And now right into the waiting hands of the Midwest Monster.
But Blade, don't turn around. You still have Red James to worry about. Red James still with those brass knuckles. Drake Gallows super kick. And Blade, he's looking to put him away here. And he does. And that's it. I don't know which official's call was the right one, but either way, we have a herd of zebras in the ring.
Don't let the lions loose right now.
Somebody call Animal Planet. The bell has sounded. And James, do you recognize what this means? Drake Gallows is 100% owner of Unified Wrestling Oklahoma. This long-standing rivalry between Drake Gallows and his former best friend Ricky Wingrave has finally come to an end. What a night of action here tonight in UWO for the Cranberry Clash. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget UWO Parade of Champions will be coming back to the Oklahoma City VFW Post 9265 on December 10th, 2022. Make sure you're there.
This fight wasn't just my fight, but it was a fight for 100% of this company. I'll say it from day one, and I'll say it till the day I die. There is not a single person alive, whether it be 51, 49, 50, 50, or 100%, that would take this from me. But there is something that I would do. I would give it up. Oh.
No.
There ain't one person that'll take this from me, but there is one person that I would give it.
Son or daughter?
That guy right there.
So that we never have to do this again, so that we never have to fight again, as 100% owner of this company, the first thing I'm going to do is give it to Brent Wall. That doesn't mean I'm going away. That doesn't mean you're going to see less of me. That might actually mean you're going to see more of me inside of this ring. That means at the beginning of the night, instead of me, it's going to be Brent. Instead of asking me, it's going to be asking Brent. All the responsibility's going to Brent. You can say that it's a gift. It might also be a burden, but one thing it will be from this point on is absolutely yours. So, I guess this is mine now? You guys have a good job. Steve, Braxton, Jim, freaking everybody in the back. We're getting in charge of more. This is mine. This is all mine. Plus, well, isn't it nice to see him get his ass kicked? But now I'm in charge of matches, so I get to see who can kick his ass. Right there. We're gonna